What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the NHL 2005 Dynasty Mode series. We are finally here. It is episode 83 of the series. We are at the playoffs. I'm so excited about this. It took so very long to get ourselves here, but we are finally here, and we are ready to go. We are fully healthy. I talked about that in probably the last 15 or 20 episodes of the series here on the channel. We are finally healthy. We are ready to go. I'm so excited for this. We are ready to kick it off. What we don't need to do any longer is do these matchup previews or anything like that. What we might do is just do one at the beginning of the series. We're obviously going to talk about the season series. We're going to go over some of the games and talk about, what the scores were, how we did against them. So first things first, as we kick off this episode, as you guys can see here, our final game of the season, game number 82, was against the Sharks. We were playing basically our entire minor league team in that game. We were playing nobody in our lineup pretty much. We won 2-0. It was kind of crazy that we even did. But what it really did was it factored so much into San Jose sliding down to 8th. Anaheim secured after the tie against us as well. They secured 3rd place in the Western Conference, and it allowed Vancouver to jump up and get to that 7th position to face off against Detroit in the first round. So taking a full look at the season series here, 7-5 back in November on the 23rd. I'm not exactly sure what number these episodes are because there's so many of them at this point. But I remember this game fondly. The first game we played against them, I remember it because I'm pretty sure this was just before, right around here at the end of November is when I actually started playing the games while commentating. At this point, I was just commentating the AI, and obviously it wasn't so great because the game, the AI isn't really smart and well refined at this point in the series, so it was pretty dull, and that's why I really made the change. But this game was probably one of the last really solid highlights of the AI, the computer playing against itself. 7-5, I think we were up 5-1 at one point during this game, and San Jose stormed back and won the game. Of course, we played them a couple episodes later. I don't think I played this game either. I think the first game I played was the Minnesota game, if I remember correctly. But a 1-0 victory there, so 1-1 on the season. And we have a matchup here at the end of December, a 1-0 loss to the San Jose Sharks. We were fully into playing the games at this point, so we are 1-2. And then I think our final game, 4 meetings on the season, 2-0. So 2-2, we're an even split with the San Jose Sharks. But now we've got a matchup here in the first round. So as we always have done, let's take a look at the standings. For some reason, the divisions are gone, but I believe that's because of the playoffs. But anyways, comparing our teams, 2.41 goals for and 2.57 goals against for San Jose, so they obviously let in a bit more goals than they did score. And for us, 2.9, that's pretty good. We got ourselves nearly up to the 3 after it was very low for a very, very long time. Between ourselves, there's 37 points difference in the standings. San Jose was 19th in the NHL, and they made 8th in the conference. So that tells you at least 3 teams, I think, in the Eastern Conference likely missed the playoffs who should have been in the playoffs if they were in the Western Conference. As always, back in this time, usually the some of the lower end teams, points wise, did end up, missing or making, I should say, the playoffs. But taking a look at continuing here, Theodore Nabokov 99s. Theodore's our guy. We're going to ride him throughout the playoffs. Cujo is a solid backup. He will be there in the event we need him. And I thought here we'd take a look at the standings and see that these teams, you can see Atlanta, Carolina, and Florida all missed the playoffs, but if they were in the Western Conference, they would have had enough points. But obviously a very pretty spread out group of teams here. Dallas actually making their way up the standings. Really just drops off at 23 with Boston. That were teams that were out of it. But and then really down here, Pittsburgh, Washington, terrible. Edmonton was really bad. They made a handful of trades. We acquired Staios from them. They send Ryan Smith to the Minnesota Wild. A lot of trades this season from Edmonton that kind of signaled at the beginning of the end for their competitive team, especially because, you know what, in literally a year's time they'd make this crazy Cinderella run to the Cup final. It doesn't look like they'll do that now because they've got rid of some players, but I just wanted to highlight that a few teams in the Eastern Conference actually missed out on the playoffs because they simply weren't in the West. And lastly, what we'll do is we'll check this off after each game because we'll have, simulation will happen. We'll have teams playing while we play, and then, a couple of games simulate, or a couple of days simulate in between, and automatically sims up. So we'll keep track of where each series is at as we go through. At the end of each episode, we will go through, and as a little precursor to maybe who we're facing in the next round, we'll get to take a look around the league and see how every other series is shaping up. But that's going to do it, obviously, for the preview portion, guys. We won't have any more of those view matchups for at least this series until we face off against the next team. Actually, one other thing let's do before we jump into the game is let's go take a look at San Jose and see if they got any injuries. I believe they did in the last episode that we previewed. So let's go take a look. No injuries for the San Jose Sharks. That's important. 2 healthy squads going up against each other in the series, previewing it as well. We have the advantage on offense and defense. Maybe the only spot they beat us is actually goaltending. So with that in mind, guys, let's go ahead and get into game number 1 of the Western Conference quarterfinals against the San Jose Sharks. It's the best time of year, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Take a look at these highlights from the season series this year from this Avalanche squad. Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, Sheldon Surrey, and Jose Theodore, of course, among them. Game 1 is next. Game 1, puck set to drop here in Colorado. Avs and Sharks. Blake, a big hit on Marlowe behind the net. Milan Hajduk making his return to the lineup after a very long absence. There's Forsberg with a shot. Claren clearing the rebound. Marlowe back. He takes a hit. Sturm spinning off with the puck back in front. Theodore cuts that one off. Forsberg back up, finds the captain, Joe Sakic. Sakic streaking in, couldn't get the shot away. Forsberg, a big hit. Forsberg again, a chance. Sakic in front. Hajduk rips a shot. They might have hit Sakic in front. Blake dumping it in. Nabokov way out of the net, but Joe Sakic hits the post and it stays on the goal line. Turn back over. Here comes Adam Foote. Grab chance, Sakic right there, rebounds all over the place, Nabokov standing tall. And somehow this game remains scoreless. As the net was wide open, Sakic jumped on the play, and the fans here 100% thought a goal was about to be scored. Second line out now, Modano. Steos from the point rips a slap shot. Easy glove save for Nabokov. He makes it look like nothing and holds. The captain, Patrick Marleau. Season a success here in Colorado, but of course, still more work to do. Lyles turning it back. Crafty John Michael Lyles as the top line stays out again. It's Modano throwing a hit. Modano. Puck back up. Forsberg. Over. Finds Modano. Good chance. Good save by Nabokov. He cleared up that 5-hole immediately. Sturm. Forsberg back. Modano with him. Modano back in front, shot, big save again by Nabokov as the Avalanche have been all over the Sharks. The 1 versus 8 seed certainly looking like it early on. Voninen rips a shot, that one stopped. A pass there finds Blake, but comes out of the zone. So take a look at Jose Theodore, acquired mid-season, his counterpart at the other end of Evgeny Nabokov. goaltender's duel for sure. Blake dumping it in. It doesn't get very far. Sakic there, though. Rips a wrist shot on. Another save for Nabokov, who's had to be sharp early. Here's Ehrhoff. Ehrhoff bringing it in. Surrey breaks it up. And back up the ice it comes. 8 minutes to go in the first. A busy first period for Evgeny Nabokov. Forsberg rips a shot. That one, another good save. Surrey steps into his man. Surrey turns, fires a heavy slapper. Nabokov steers it to the corner. Ehrhoff. Hit by Hall, Salmelainen. Riku Hall gonna get there first, maybe. Rips a shot, another big save for Evgeny Nabokov. Dodge pressed up against the boards. McCauley turning that one over, but Lyles quickly getting it back. Here's John Michael Lyles coming in, rips a shot, low pad. Another stop for Nabokov. Big hit, Nikolitin stepping up. Riku Hall. Hall shot. Big stop by Nabokov again. He will hold as he has been extraordinarily busy here in the first period. Playoffs are upon us. 1 versus 8 seed here in the West. The Avalanche, or Sakic rather, getting the shot off. Forsberg wrap chance, another chance in front. Modano turns, fires. Another chance, and Nabokov has been unbelievable in this first period. There's Ekman getting dropped by Blake as the Avalanche have come out and set the tone early. Forsberg again rips a shot. Hand in there. Rathje, Sakic stepping into Rathje. Big shot there, patted away. Another one in front. Turned back, the final minute upon us. Here's Forsberg. Forsberg dropped as he entered the zone. And that will do it for the first. A busy period for Evgeny Nabokov. We go to the first intermission scoreless. It is 0-0.
With enough speed to cause serious injury.
Back for the second period. Modano out there. A modified line with Sakic. There's Forsberg bringing it back through. Forsberg spinning off. He gets pushed up against the boards by Stern, and Stern gets knocked to the ice by Surrey. It's a penalty upcoming. Got there is Forsberg on the back check. Got the hook in. None too happy about it, but he will be off. As Glenn Villard used the call, but the first power play of the series goes to the San Jose Sharks. Andre Nikolitin on the draw. Won it. Dropped it down the ice. Nikolitin, one of the best face-off men in the league during this season. Nikolitin in front. Nice old tuck play there. And Nabokov read it. Nikolitin turning it back up ice. Evaded a hit, keeps the puck. Yager getting up. Another chance, scores. Jaromir Jagr. And the Avalanche have struck first in the series. A shorthanded goal for number 68. Getting his own rebound. And the Avs take a 1-0 lead here in the second period. Modano on the drive with Solani. Colley's going to win it. Surrey a big hit. Surrey down the ice. Turned over. Solani turns, fires. Penalty upcoming. Rathje going to go off for roughing. We're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey. So Mike Rathje goes to the box. We drop the puck 4-on-4. Lindros and Bure out. Steos at the point. Shot. Nabokov way out of his crease. Make sure he gets that one. And gloves it and holds it. Jose Theodore acquired mid-season for David Avishur. A bit of a blockbuster shake-up trade. Both teams go on to be the 1 seed, so obviously a trade that worked well for both sides. Back in front, Modano shot there. We enter the period. The shots were 18-4 in favor of the Avalanche. Now they have a modified power play here. Modano still with the puck into the corner. Back in front to Guerin. The 60 goal man. finished second in league scoring, makes it 2-0 on the power play. The special teams working to the Avalanche's advantage in the second period. 2-0. Big lead for the Avs. Gross with his line coming out.
Colorado goal scored on the power
Steos
play
dumping it in. We've seen this from Colorado lots this season. There's Solani, a nice move. Chance in front, Nabokov, big save there. Some rough stuff after the whistle. Chichu getting into it. So we'll drop the puck. Sakic out with Forsberg and Hayduk. McCauley there. McCauley bumped off by Surrey. This exquisite top pairing of Surrey and Blake. One of the reasons why the Avalanche were one of the least scored upon teams in the modern era. Forsberg. Back over, finds Sakic. Big save by Nabokov, keeping his team alive as they struggle rather to create offense. Draw to the left of Nabokov, but Dano on it. Wins it back to Guerin. Guerin takes a hit. Dano turns, fires. Nabokov's got that. McLaren takes a big hit from Lyles, maybe not expecting that one from the small stature, but plays a lot bigger than his size. John Michael Lyles. Here come the Avalanche. Back the other way. Pass intercepted by Stewart. And a penalty upcoming as Yager there. Looks like he got called for interference. He'll go off. And the Sharks get another opportunity in this game to head back to the power play and hopefully cut this lead in half. Nikolic on the draw. Halfway through the second.
Colorado penalty.
Blake
Number 16,
down the ice.
Jaromir Jagr, 2 minutes for
Marlowe dropped by Nikolic. Blake steps up. Marlowe can't get far. There's Sturm, a chance. Theodore makes the save, plays it out, makes sure that puck can get down the ice. Marlowe back into his own end, takes a hit from Vaughn and then dropped there. Blake trying to get up, get that puck. Forsberg around the boards, and Blake will make sure that that one heads back. Hannon picking it up in his own end. 1 minute left on the San Jose power play. Dimitrakos takes a hit, and the penalty upcoming. The hook there that was going to stop Surrey from being able to defend the play will send Ekman off, and we're back to 4-on-4 as the Sharks have now killed off 2 of their own power plays in this period. 9:19 to go in the second. 2 goals here for the Avalanche. And all over the Sharks in this game. Lyles dumping that one down. It's going to be an icing. I forgot he was not on the penalty kill by the looks of it, but the power play for the Avalanche has just begun. Take a look at Modano. He's got an assist earlier in the game on the slick feed to his former Dallas compadre, Bill Guerin. Solani, rather. Lyles turns around, rips the shot. Good save there by Nabokov. Only reason his team is in this one so far, McCauley's shot. Theodore makes that save, plays it out. Solani going to dump it into the opposite corner. Hayduk going to skate onto it. Hayduk knocks down Hannon, back in front. Solani scores. Mike Modano. Excellent play by Hayduk. Knocks his man down, forces the turnover, and Modano with another slick feed. And the Avalanche extend the lead to 3 here in the second period as the floodgates have begun to open. Nikolic winning that draw. Bonin dumping it in. Full chase. And a penalty upcoming to the Sharks, as we've seen a lot more penalties tonight than we could do in the average broadcast this season. Pricing's going to go off, looks like for interference as he stepped into Nikolic. So the Avalanche back to the power play. They've scored twice on them so far in this game. Looking for a third. Guerin rips a shot. Nabokov save. Played it out. Marlowe, Ekman, shot on. Big rebound. pulled away by the captain, Joe Sakic. Here's Guerin. Guerin trying to stay with the puck. It's turned over, and Ekman's going to bring it back. A nice stick there from Adam Foote, turns it over. And, ooh, there's a pane of glass breaking on the dump-in. As Foote and Steos are now having maybe a bit of a laugh about that one. As the crews are out to throw the new paint in. We are good to go. Medano winning that draw. Solani. Turn tried to fire that one. There's a shot for a tip. Medano nearly got a part of it. There's Hayduk. And around. Hayduk behind the net. Couple Sharks standing around back in front. Turned and fired by Medano and Nabokov. Gloves of that one and will hold. Sakic on the draw. Guerin turns. Tries to fire. That one makes a nice move. Forsberg there rips a shot. The save by Nabokov, who has been busy from the moment go in this game. Had to be sharp. He's allowed 3 goals, but certainly the rate that the Avalanche are shooting pucks and getting great grade A chances, certainly not on him tonight. Here's Sakic ripping around, takes a shot from the slot, one of his favorite places to rip a heavy wrister from. It's been very one-sided so far tonight. The obvious storyline coming into this series as Medano tried a wrap chance there was this depth of this Colorado squad. You take a look at their top 3 lines and it's like an all-star team rolling out. Medano turns, fires. He's got 2 assists so far in the game. Back to the point. Lyles turns. That one was tipped. Hayduk back around the net, and it's just all Avalanche all the time here. Solani forcing another turnover. McCauley turning around, finds Hannon. Hannon's going to bring it up to Chichu, and Chichu's entering the zone kind of by himself, rips a shot, blocked it away by Theodore, who has been sharp himself. Dano out of the zone, back in. Dano shakes off a hit, over to Solani, and a good save, post to post. Kind of Bakov on that one. Chichu rips a shot. Theodore keeping the play moving. It's going to come up to Riku Hall. Hall over to Nikolish, and a chance on a backhand. Steos trying to rip a shot as the physicality on the end of the Sharks starts to pick up. Salmalainen gets pressed up against the boards. Steos there, dumping it back in, icing the call as he had not yet gained the red line. Back and forth we go. The second period nearly over. 20 seconds remain on it. On the draw, Sakic wins it. Forsberg will just lift it down, and that will do it. A second period where the floodgates open. 3 goals for the Avalanche. 3-0 heading to the third.
Thanks to your generous donations, underprivileged children have been given the opportunity to see their heroes live from our Tickets for Kids luxury box. Thank you for your...
Back for the third, 43-11 the shots in favor of the Avalanche. Nearly quadrupling them on shots. It has been a one-sided affair, and Nabokov is really the only reason it even looks close. Back into the San Jose zone it comes. There's Sakic. He takes a big hit. McCauley hit by Hayduk there. He forced a solid turnover. It led to the 3rd goal of the game. Dimitrakos bumped by Blake. Bumped again by Surrey there. And finally the Avalanche will retrieve the puck, bring it out. Sakic takes a big hit as he comes over the line. Hannon. Sakic dropping the Sharks player. Rips a shot. Is Forsberg. That one nearly turned over. Back the other way. Sakic ripping a shot in the slot. And another save for Nabokov, as he has continued to be solid here. Foote. Guerin. Medano. Back the other way. Medano. Pressed up against the boards. He's looking for another pass to the slot. And Guerin, a chance there. He's looking for number 2 on the night. Foote with a huge hit on Stern. Guerin back the other way, scored 60 this season. An excellent year for him. Now he's got a real shot at a cup. As Dallas did not make the playoffs, like him and Medano were. Foot, a big hit on Marlowe. 10 minutes to go in the third. This one going by quick. No stoppages, not many whistles at all. Medano's still there. Turns, Bure there trying to tip that one on from that sharp angle. I'm not sure if it would have accomplished anything for him. Medano there going to dump it in as he peels off for a change. Around the boards, Nabokov's got nobody to play it to. Bure back in front. Solani there on the rebound too. 3-0, continue to lead. The coach found maybe a charge there. Too many steps from Sakic, but it's a clean hit. The refs have let them play here in the third period. Adams winning that draw. Shoved off. Mihalik. Big hit on Aroff. There's Mihalik. Can't manage anything. Harvey takes a hit, knocks his helmet off. He's continuing on. Harvey there turns. He had no bucket. 6 minutes to go. 3-0 the score. Looks like game one probably in the bag here for the Avalanche. Kevin Adams. Took a big hit earlier in that shift. Ross on the face-off. There's Bure. Turns, fires. Looking for a screen shot. Maybe find a low pad option. Solani's got a goal earlier in the game. 5:26 to go in the third. Steos, shot on. Last meeting between these two teams, the final game of the regular season for both squads. Game number 82, a 2-0 win where the Avalanche dressed nearly none of these offensive players that have controlled play so much in this game tonight. Steos turns, fires. It's tipped by Lindros, and Nabokov again. He's going to have to hold that one and get a whistle as he just hopes his team can begin generating anything. Sakic on the draw. Marlowe wins it. Chichu there. Turn back. And Forsberg's got a breakaway. Here comes Peter Forsberg. Shot on. Big save. Back in front. Nabokov again having to make a huge save as Sakic was alone in the slot. And rough stuff all over the place. As these two teams are greeting each other early on in this series. McCauley dropped by Foot. Lyles is back to retrieve the puck. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Incredibly one-sided affair in this game. Theodore has been sharp when he's had to be. There's Guerin hoping a chance, and again Nabokov, despite all of the goals in this one, despite the scoreboard, he has been easily the Sharks' best player. Medano takes a hit in the neutral zone. 50 seconds to go. McCauley jumping in. He takes a hit. Physicality has ramped up for sure. McCauley there again. He will get finished on the boards by Medano. It's turned over at the line. Rathje. McCauley back again, trying to generate something. He takes a shot from way out. A very easy save. Guerin makes a move. Can't get the shot away. Foot, wrap chance, scores. Adam Foot beats Nabokov to the post. And a 4-0 score with a late goal here in the third will all but seal this one. 16.4 to go.
Colorado goal.
Game one to the Avalanche. Handily. Now we've seen a preview of what the series score will be. 4-0 in this one, and Marcel Gotch will chase him, but it will for no avail. 4-0, the final score. Avalanche take game one at home. And as always, this season, we will leave you with the 3 stars of the game. And we'll catch you on the next broadcast for game number 2.
For Colorado, number 52, Adam Foot. Tonight's second star, Colorado's number 9, Mike Modano. And tonight's first star for Colorado, number 68, Jaromir Jagr.
So an obvious big game 1 win, 4-0. We were in control the whole way through. 55-14 were the shots that game finished with. A fully healthy squad is just ridiculous for this team. It is something else. One thing I had to do was change the hero rating thing, because apparently it would just play the hero line the entire time. So the hero rating thing has been turned off, so we actually see our lines and not just like Sakic, Hayduk, or Sakic, Forsberg, and Modano play like the entire game. But that was a little adjustment that had to be made, because otherwise, yeah, weird stuff. But anyways, yeah, Nabokov was busy. He was excellent, even despite the score line and all that kind of stuff. But a big Game 1 win. Let's go take a look around the league and see how Game 1 shaped up. So after Game 1 of the playoffs for each team, we have ourselves on the western side leading 1-0. Detroit keeps their home ice advantage as well, taking Game 1 from Vancouver. St. Louis and Anaheim, this was the series where St. Louis actually has more points than the Anaheim Ducks do. Not a surprise here that St. Louis takes Game number 1, and Minnesota beating Calgary. That's a big, big series to keep an eye on. Minnesota taking Game 1 from the Flames. On the eastern side, a huge upset victory in Game number 1. Toronto taking Game number 1 from Montreal. New Jersey keeps their home ice from the Flyers. Tampa starts off hot with a win against the Islanders, and Buffalo takes Game number 1 in a very close series and a hard-fought series, I'm sure, against the Ottawa Senators. Anyways, guys, that will do it for Game number 1 of the playoffs. Episode 83 here. I'm going to probably stop referring to them as episode 83 anywhere, beyond the beginning of the episode. But Game number 1 of the playoffs in the books. We will not be doing the preview matchup thing in the next episode. We will be jumping in right into the game. So these episodes will be a little bit shorter, most likely, unless we have some really lengthy overtimes or anything like that. But yeah, this is a good time of year. Anyways, guys, that will do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Game 1 is in the books. We have a 1-0 lead. Can't wait for game number 2. We'll see you then.